I am so nervous right now. I think I'm about to get laid off from my job. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Today is my last day. Wow.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Erin, so let's not waste no time. Let's go ahead and hop right into these insane massive layoffs in the year 2025.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again. Twice in a year. And what the fuck? What is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this so that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's fucking shit. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild. And I'm fucking angry more than I am hurt or sad. I'm scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe I used to be able to get a job like the week later if I got laid off. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I was really hoping at one point I would make money on TikTok, and I still only have 1,500 followers or whatever. So if you could just blow this up and let's get 10,000 followers plus whatever, because I might be homeless in a week or two if I can't figure it out. So yeah, I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday, a way better Tuesday than me. And if you have any tips, tricks, or whatever to help right now and get me through this, greatly appreciated.
So where have I been? Why have I not been posting? The honest truth is I am exhausted. If you're new here, hi, my name is Z. I was laid off from a corporate product management role about 3 months ago, exactly 3 months ago today. And it has been quite a journey. I've applied to over 100 jobs. I've stopped counting after 100. And most recently had some pretty good activity. I had a couple interviews, a couple case studies submitted. I have a case study actually coming up next week. Overall, I'm just exhausted. This experience has been so emotionally taxing. I'm incredibly fortunate and privileged to have a partner who is still working and he still brings in an income. But obviously our bills still keep coming on time. There's no pausing on that. And the pressure to find another job, another source of income continues to grow every single day. All that to say, I'm just exhausted. This experience has been just freaking traumatizing. I'm beyond deflated. I'm like beyond numb. But I continue to show up because I can't not show up. I have to show up for my family. I have to show up for myself. I have to show up for the little girl inside of me who would be disappointed if I gave up on this process. And I know I'm close to something. I feel it in my bones. I don't know what it is. But finally, for the first time during this whole process, I have a feeling about a potential next step. It's the feeling I've not had since the beginning. So I feel pretty good about that. All this to say, I've been a little tired. I've been a little burnt out from applying to jobs, from the constant, consistent rejection. And I think it's okay to just sometimes pause, take a break, and escape without needing to tell people why, vanish for a little bit. And that's what I did. I just took some time. And we'll see what happens next.
So I got laid off about a month ago. Wasn't even going to talk about it. Wasn't going to say anything about it. But it's been happening so much this past year. I want to say since January. I've watched so many people that I've worked with, that I've known outside of the company lose their jobs. I'm talking about working with the FDA, the IRS.
Did anyone else get laid off from Microsoft today? No, just my husband. Yeah, unfortunately, we had some surprise news this morning. There was a bunch of layoffs at Microsoft, and a lot of people in Seattle, Bellevue area did get laid off with severance packages, including him. So we now have a big decision to make, whether we stay here in the US or go back to Australia. It all depends on where he can find another job. So yeah, if anyone has any job opportunities or contacts for, jobs in tech, in program management, coding, that kind of stuff, yeah, just hit me up in the comments, especially if it's here in the Seattle, Bellevue area, or even back in Australia, like in Sydney, Sunshine Coast, Brizzy. We're open to seeing what we can get and seeing where this leads. Okay, thanks.
I just got a call from my work and they let me know that I was getting laid off today, and so I was laid off from work today. And it's a lot, there's the fires going on in LA. My birthday just happened a few days ago. I thought this was going to be my year, and I just got laid off. I've been at this company for over 6 years, and I don't even know what to do. Obviously, I have to file for unemployment. I'm just in shock. But here's the biggest thing. A few months ago, I filed a sexual assault investigation at work because something happened. And around December, they finally finished the investigation, and they really didn't do anything. And a month later, here I am getting let go, and I just feel like this seems very fishy, and I don't know too much about the law. But if there's any lawyers on here, and if somebody can help me, if I have a case here, let me know. But yeah, I don't know what to do.
So companies are now hiring people with the explicit intent of laying them off, and literally nothing feels safe. I just saw a video of a girl who was day 2 of a new job, and she was called into HR, who she hadn't even met yet because it was her second day on the job, and told that her role had been impacted and that she was losing her job. On the second day, they then went on to tell her that this decision was being made during the time when they were extending her an offer, but they didn't want to withdraw the offer because they felt like that would have been wrong. However, when they hired her, during her onboarding process, they were already aware that the shifts in the company were happening and that she was going to lose her job. I would rather you rescind the offer before I officially get started. Also, I don't know about this legally. If there are any employment attorneys, I would love to hear from you, because they told her point blank on camera, we hired you knowing that we were going to lay you off immediately. So not only does the job market itself suck, even if you land a position, you have to be immediately concerned because they might have hired you just to lay you off.
I just got laid off about an hour ago. I cried for a while, and I think the hardest part about it is I loved my job, I cared so much, but knowing that you put your full effort towards something and then feeling like they decided it wasn't enough or it wasn't worth enough. Right now I feel just very not even undervalued, because I clearly am not valued, but that all of my effort wasn't good enough, or it wasn't important, or it wasn't relevant. I got laid off today, and it's just, I don't know, and LA is burning and their fires are everywhere, and I got laid off and I don't have a job. So in perspective, it's not that big of a deal. There's other jobs, but it goes so much deeper than not having a job. So yeah, I don't know. I'm job.
I feel like it's even worse for people who's been working at a company for multiple years. No matter how much time and effort and energy you put into your job, if they have to lay people off, trust and believe you are not safe. And I feel like that's bogus as hell. But let's continue.
I just got fired for the 7th time. Let's talk about it. Last week, one of my bigger clients ended our working relationship. Now we're entering the offboarding process. Fired is a really strong word, more like contract not renewed, but at the end of the day, the result is the same. I've been let go multiple times, especially since I became a consultant. It just happens way more frequently because these are contract positions, not full-time where it's ongoing in perpetuity, you know what I mean? Getting let go is something I've become accustomed to. It happens pretty much every quarter, especially towards the end of the year. I've noticed I've done this for about 2 years now. Towards this time of year, multiple people are looking for ways to cut their pocketbooks before the holidays roll around. When I lost my full-time job, that was really difficult and shook my sense of self because that's what you're putting everything into. In this scenario, you know, I have other clients, other projects that can come my way. I try to look at the positive here. It's actually an opportunity. Things that aren't serving you or aren't fully serving the client, or they're not in a place where they need this type of marketing. You know, I do social media marketing, and oftentimes that's one of the first things to get cut. I try to take away everything I've learned from a project to help me with the next ones, or things that didn't go as planned that I can now look out for in the future. As someone that is accustomed to getting laid off, learn how to do that with grace and begin to expect it. And, you know, I can share some signs on how I see these things coming, but unfortunately with the way the economy is looking and the way the labor market is, it's becoming way more common for companies to cut employees or contractors, and that's just the name of the game. So if you want to get into entrepreneurship, it's something that you're gonna have to get accustomed to. When I offboard with a client, I try to wrap things up as professionally as possible. I don't take it personally. Even if it is, it doesn't matter. Try to end on a positive note because you never know who they could refer you to or if they could even bring you back, which has happened multiple times for me. So getting fired, it's tough, but you learn to live with it.
It's layoff season again. I have been seeing a lot of people on my FYP who are devastated on the recent layoffs. And you know what? It's 2025. I think it's time for us to really look into other potential lines of income, because at this point, you really do not want to rely on your corporate money. These companies don't care for you. I know how it feels. I've been laid off in 2017, and it is a horrible feeling. So yeah, if this comes up on your FYP, this is your calling to go all in on social media, get outside certifications like your notary public, become a real estate agent, mortgage loan officer, and make some side money. Don't let these corporations get you with these layoffs, okay?
I am so nervous right now. I think I'm about to get laid off from my job. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Today is my last day. Wow.
I just got laid off. I was laid off from my outpatient job, and I was working in a NICU follow-up clinic. I have never experienced something like this before. So I'm doing what any sane person would do, which is I'm eating French fries, waiting to go into Hobby Lobby. I will say I'm very thankful that I work per diem. I do have a second job that I'll just pick up a little bit more at. I don't have benefits through this job, so I'm not taking a hit as much as a lot of the other nurses are, but whoa. I have a lot of feelings about this. I think the biggest one I'm feeling though is disappointment and I'm a little bit angry. This is the first time where I have seen with my own eyes that we treat healthcare like a business. It sucks because at the end of the day, the people who are suffering this layoff the most isn't me, it's not the nurses, although yes, we are suffering, it's the kids. And that's what I'm having such a hard time understanding is, why are we doing this when we know the detrimental impact it's going to have on the patients who are the...
Hey, listen, I'm finna go Instacart and DoorDashing right now. Yeah, so, you know, my position got cut in my job, and it's okay. Then again, so if anybody is hiring, that's a hiring manager, beauty brand, or anything like that, my skills are communication, organization. I have my bachelor's in business administration, so I can do human resources or whatever you need. I have 3 to 5 years experience in retail, and I am in the Los Angeles area. So if anybody knows a job that is hiring, or any hiring managers that's on this TikTok, I'm looking for a job, babes. So, comment down below.
I just got confirmation that my position is being eliminated at my job.
What I don't understand is why would they tell you to apply for other positions and then in the next breath tell you that they're still restructuring? Wouldn't it have been better to do the restructuring on paper first. And then that way you can tell the people apply for these are the positions you can apply for. Instead of telling them before you're done that they can apply for other positions, but there's no guarantee that that position is going to be there after restructuring finished. That's kind of useless, don't you think? Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments.
Later.
I got a random meeting on my calendar. I feel like, and there's a bunch of them on this other lady's calendar. I hope I'm not getting fired. I will die. Someone else is in there. I'm getting fired. Oh my God, I'm getting fired. Hello.
Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I asked, who I think you know, to join us for this call. She is our HR representative. We've got some updates we'd like to share with you this morning.
Okay.
So as you know, we have been working with to help us identify the best way forward for this last period of time. And while we originally believed that we would be integrating with, we've instead determined that it was best for us to refocus the agency to an independent agency. And in doing so, we've initiated a buyback of it. Unfortunately, as you may know, the lack of growth and the decline in our client revenue has negatively impacted our business beyond what we can sustain. And it's forced us to make what are very difficult decisions to eliminate roles within the agency. And this includes the elimination of your role, making today your last day. Please know that it was a very difficult decision. And you may meaningful contributions to the last couple of years, and we have much respect and gratitude for what you've done and what you've given. At this point, what I will do is I'll turn it over to you so she can take you through some of the next steps.
Email meeting up shortly. And, once you get the chance to review and look everything over, please let me know, and I'm happy to answer any and all questions you may have.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. I wish you the best.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, TikTok. I was let go today. I was part of the Doge effort, so I am on the free market. I'm looking for assistance to try to get this particular side of my life started. So share this video with any of your friends who need artificial intelligence engineers or system architects, folks who have a high level of knowledge to be able to accomplish the goals that they've been looking for. I've had plenty of people reach out to my messages, ask if I was willing to take up projects. I was not able to do it up to this time. I am available now. If you are interested and you need somebody who specializes in AI to assist, please visit my bio, connect with me on LinkedIn. You can set up an appointment immediately in my Calendly. You can connect with me on any of the other platforms socially if you want. Send me a DM as well. Let me see if TikTok can help out. Thanks, guys.
I think it's crazy how job security is almost non-existent nowadays, and it really makes you wonder, what is the world really coming to? So if you did make it to the end of today's video, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss no content from me in the future. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in my next upload. Bye, y'all.